Hello, and welcome to video games. Alright, I probably can't ape Tim Rogers' style too hard forever. That would make me kind of embarrassed. Because I don't know if I could be that weird. Well, I definitely can, but I don't script it nearly as much as he does. I've watched some of his unscripted content, and it's not quite as good. Like, nearly not much is. That's the secret, guys. I don't watch a lot of streams. Which is funny, like, because I didn't listen to a lot of actual play podcasts either. When I was making one, I didn't listen to many. Like, watch Crit Roll, that's it. And now that I'm streaming, I don't watch a lot of streams either. This is potentially a problem. Oh well. How do you know what everyone else is doing? How do you know what is popular in the industry? What are you gonna do? Just make outsider art forever? Like, you can. I do have a job, and I do have relationships, and I've got stuff too. Perennially, I'm always complaining about how much stuff I have. Yeah, see... Daydream perfect world. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what would happen if I took time off work and then streamed full time and just figured out what happened, right? That's just not on the cards. And I don't think it'll be on the cards for any significant amount of time. It's fun to daydream about, but it's not something I'm going to do. I'm not looking to my right on purpose. Yeah. That's true, rebooting. It's like, that's... You're being honest with your with your capacity, with your capabilities. That's just how life is. Pretending otherwise doesn't really leave you in a better state. It probably leaves you in a worse state, pretending everything you were capable of working 40 hours a week. God, some flexibility on that is just... Yeah, this is stuff. Yeah, I love to see that. I keep fucking working at work. It's crazy. I also had a long lunch. Had one with a friend over sushi. But in the meantime, man, I was doing work. Going hard. It was crazy. I don't hate it, that's for sure. I'm putting in some decent work once in a while. Help stop the brain weasels from telling me that they're about to fire me because I haven't put in any decent work in a while. It's just part of the anxiety disorder. You can't... Well, probably could, but I haven't managed to figure out a way to not make that happen all the time. We're working on it. I would go on longer. I would have a lovely chat with all of you about some cool, like, just cool life stuff. But, like, aside from encouraging anyone who wants to write for Fenno to submit to Fenno and give that a red-hot go, so we have lots of very good games this year. And aside from encouraging all of you to look after yourselves and treat each other and yourself kindly and with love, all I really want is to finish Final Fantasy VII tonight. So let's fucking do it. Sir! Take care! Oh, that's sweet. He's so nice. Hey! That's good, rebooting. Alright, we're in the Northern Crater. We've done everything... Well, not everything. We've done a lot of the game except the Northern Crater. Now, here, it's like, oh, is this a point of no return? And I want to tell you, no, it's not. You quite literally can leave the Northern Crater, even up there, right before the very last battle. You can just leave. So, that's a good decision. I'm very pleased they did that. I don't think... Final Fantasy VI stops you from leaving at the very end, I believe. Otherwise, like, you're free to leave and go grind if you're having trouble. Grinding isn't going to help us at this stage. Looks like we can only slide down. Alright, let's go. No. Whoa. Oh shit. Received save crystal. What does the save crystal do? Use this to create a save point in the North Cave. I'm at max level, yeah. We haven't maxed every materia. So if something goes horribly wrong, we may need to do that, but I don't think that's going to happen. So This is an interesting thing. The save crystal essentially proves that the game can save on any screen. And I know you can because I looked up some stats on how to do that. I looked up a... What? Oh, you can jump. Okay. Just doesn't want to. No, because your save points are also your tent locations, and it's how you get tension in battle. Like, I get it. It's a great decision. Okay, well... When they're petrified, they're not doing much. That's an instant death attack. Well, a 30-second death. See? Oh. It's cool to... Oh, Black Dragon fight. Hey, buddy. Whap! Oh, fuck, wait. I didn't move Barrett's limit break to max. Which is pretty funny because he's got it now. It's a good-looking dragon, that's for sure. Oh, he does it. What? We've got catastrophe. It's... Oh, rebooting. Good job. Okay, apparently we don't have catastrophe, which is funny because I'm pretty sure we picked it up in Coral. Oh well, I'll figure it out. Oh, I did not pick up Omnislash. But you can... There is one circumstance in which... That's pretty good. There's at least one circumstance in which you can see Omnislash even if you don't have it equipped, so... Let's try and make that happen. Yeah. Yeah, fans of the series or fans of the game know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna try and make that happen. You can fuck it up too. No. Just ultimate them. They're not immune to magic when they're in this state. At least I don't think so. So we can just... Boop! Never mind. Well, that's unfortunate, I guess. I should put guard and counter on Tifa. Because... Oh jeez, I got a lot of health. Cool. I think it's very funny that you've like, you set yourself up as not saying nice things about the game, and I'm like, yeah, I suppose. Alright, we want to arrange and then exchange. I want to see Tifa's final limit breaks, so... Double cart steal as well. That's not happening, is it? I think that's probably funniest. Absorb. Cover. Well, that's not gonna work. MP Turbo just because it's really funny. Makes it deal so much damage. I think Slash Ore. Let's do that. Attack with paired materia. It is a materia. Well, there's only one way to find out, don't you think? No, you're not a hater. I'm under no illusions that you're setting out to be a hater or something silly like that. It's funny. I know Larksy's busy today, and that's fair critique. Alright, well I can only give you that. Does he get MP back? No. Then what? Is it only magic or summon materia? Because that's such a waste. Oh shit. What's that? I keep skipping the dialogue boxes. Receive power source, cool. HP absorb, nice. Yeah, I know Larksy's asleep. Double item, cool. When you cast Ultima, you cast it 4 times. Good. Right. You need that. I want HP absorb to go up as well. Does she need Comet? Added cut when you revive? No. Alright. Fuck you. Yeah, do you want that? Attack with Pay Materia, absorb HP at the same time. That's pretty cool. Put that on something you do all the time. Yeah! Yeah, you do, Cleric Bard! Doesn't seem to take ridiculous amounts of glee in it, too. Needs to level up, so we need to put it here. Yeah. Oh look, everyone's here! We've got Cleric Bard and Corey as well. Lovely. Can't really be talking too much when you're the only person talking, right? Alright, let's see what happens if we use... Oh, Corey! That's such a good effort. Oh, I know, that feel pretty well. I don't want to take up too much space. I love people, but also, I love to talk. I love to talk a lot. One of my favorite shirts. Now that it's winter, there is the potential of not sweating through a shirt through wearing it for 15 minutes, so... Look, it's not right quite winter yet, but we're close. My rainbow tie-dyed soy boy shirt. Soy boy because it has a little soy sauce container on it. Yeah, exactly. I don't strictly know exactly what tells. It's fucking dangerous. Good God. I don't know exactly what... Well, let's talk about algorithms for a little bit. They're deliberately kept as opaque as possible so that you can't nail down exactly what you should do. It makes you... It kind of wants you to treat it as a oracle. It makes decisions or gives you... It doesn't really give you information. It makes decisions that influence your life. You can't change those decisions. You know it's there and you know it's affecting you. But... it just happens to you and you must do things to appease it. It's particularly obvious when we say things like the algorithm. It's a mess. Okay, how much health is she gonna get back off that? What do you think? 494. That's not very good. Okay. Stardew was a fun time. I suggest you check out Rebooting, making YouTube videos based on, not based on, of Stardew, of their playthrough, and that'll be really good. I checked in to watch a bit of one, and we'll do more later. Stardew Valley Expanded would be good as well. Give that a go. Hey, nice! It's like recognizing that the game is really slow. So it's a very hangout stream kind of game. And I'm trying... Like, the games I enjoy the most are quite narrative-based. You ain't doing mods for Stardew! Corey, why not? It's expanded, it's so much bigger. Oh. Oh, the managing part? Oh, I can do that. I do that for Emma. You gotta promise to love me, though. Like, that's how Emma gets it out of me. That's the spirit, alright. Then I'll manage your mods then, no worries at all. And we felt like we got essentially to the end of the Stardew Valley expanded content as well. Went back to Solasta and found some other things to do. Alright, get out of here. The game itself is enough TM. I don't feel the need to mod it. I have the desire to mod it. It's similar to me like the... Alright. I think Emma Stitches is talking to the poor sausage, who is demanding she be taken for a walk. Yeah, well, there you go, right? You don't need to if they're there. It's... Godspeed, Team Distracting Marvel. Oh, no, I don't want to send you anywhere. Poor Emma. Poor Emma Stitch is leading her astray. What are those? Scissors. Oh, they're just named Scissors. And they use Scissor Kick. Well, they got scissors on their feet, so... Cross Scissor! Skyrim and Fallout, you got a mod, absolutely. Risk of Rain, more likely than the Forest. Not getting me into a crafty, survivally horror game. I don't like 3 of those adjectives I don't like. I listed 3 adjectives. That's not a very high success rate. Why didn't I... Oh, that's why. I'm asking myself, why didn't I go to, say, the Gold Saucer and deal with this? Not a fan of crafty survivally games. Yeah, I guess I do. I've been talking about Yellow Jackets to anyone who'll listen to me for days. I don't have to... We all know I won't. I don't know. I'm not convinced the narrative is incredibly deep. It's interesting. And long live the Queen. Is that at all related to the other game that keeps getting mentioned. Oh yeah, keeps getting mentioned in like games that are good to play with your partner. For the king. Generally one of the hardest. Wow. I die a lot. Well, yeah. Mainly when I'm fighting weapon to prove a point. Like the times we fought Ruby and Emerald weapon, I wasn't trying to survive. Okay. Speed plus done. Congrats, Barrett. Sure, trying to whittle you down in here. Actually, want to get to the other maps here because they're very, very beautiful. Northern Crater is weird. No, this side. Could you get up over there? Oh, okay. This particular screen looks like it's from Abe's Odyssey. Maybe Abe's Exodus, but that looked even better by then. God, I haven't thought about Abe's Odyssey or Abe's Exodus in some time. Many years ago, but enough time that it felt like many years since the game actually came out. I replayed it on PC and it was good. We're not done here. Look at all the stuff we're not getting. The random encounter rate starts driving us mad. I'll turn it down. Nope. Ah, good job, Cloud. All right. Really quick but narrative-based games. The hero must die again that Deadman ran through. That was pretty good. Pretty enjoyable. I was kind of joked about playing Potato again on stream. What is it? Oh, potato-themed Vampire Survivors, essentially. Is it good? Yes. It's weird. Oh, fuck. Oh, god damn. Oh, shit. Wait. I know what to do. Wait, I got this. Just cast Ultima 4 times. You summon Knights of the Round. Fuck. God damn it. No. Oh, man. Corey does not know how hard Corey hasn't watched Stranger in Paradise, so he doesn't know why I have a fear of Tonberries. These fucking goddamn the Stranger in Paradise missions where you had to fight Tonberries, they were insane. This ain't even a regular Tonberry. This is a King Tonberry. Tifa, could you... Good sense. Yeah, well, like more than usual. We're max level. I'm not... You see how blasé I am treating every fight except this one? I don't think this is overkill at all. And most of the time, Knights of the Round is overkill. Right now, no. This little shit. He knows what he did. Not just bad news, man. But it's not turn-based, and they do their slow shuffle towards you, but you also need to be close to them to do your attacks. Like, they're so much harder in Stranger of Paradise. really funny too. Because when you finally get them staggered to the point where you can kill them, like with a crystal, a finishing blow, Jack just touches them on the head. Not even very hard. You're gonna miss it. You missed! Okay. No, just steal anything? Stole an elixir! Nice. Nothing to steal. Nothing to steal. Nothing to steal. Fucking hell. I bet you can morph them into something really good. I just didn't. Shrug. Okay. So now, to get that other one... I'm gonna go... If you manipulate these, you can make him give you Dragon Force, which is another buff that you can't get anywhere else. Stops instant death. It's an enemy skill. I haven't mastered all the enemy skills yet. We'll figure it out. Ha! Mega Elixir. Ooh, not terrible. Shh. Oh, thank Christ. Okay. No, I need to save elsewhere if what I want to happen is going to happen. We may have to do it twice. But I think I've got a plan. The other one, Cloud. Alright. It's not even that bad a maze if you don't try to get everything. That's also why I don't really understand when people don't try to get everything. Because I feel like it's built into the difficulty of the game. When, especially, oh cool, Quadra Magic's done. Nice. I did not, oh yeah. I didn't have time this week. Because I had one night, like, one day working from home where I had to do actual work on Tuesday. Terrible. Such a shame. What a surprise. Me actually using my talents for my organization. Yeah. And the last night I was busy, so I haven't logged in and figured out why I'm getting so much more AP than I should. I think it's a bug. Or something in the mod loader. Probably. It's built for replays. Like, not your first playthrough. No way should you mod your first playthrough. The road splits into two, we'll split into two groups. Which are you gonna choose, Cloud? Now, you can do cool... You can get all these duplicated, right? It's not really worth it. Like, if you want to get an absolutely perfect game, you can go through some strange stuff, but in the meantime, like, I'm not gonna bother. Cloud will go left. Barrett will go left. Tifa will go left. Red will go right. Yuffie will go right. Hatchi will go left. Vincent, you'll go right. Alright, I'm headed right. Now, pick out of the people that you said were going with Cloud. Do you need to make another party? No. Now don't any of you die on me. Gotta get through to Sephiroth. Sephiroth. I keep pronouncing the P accidentally. I'll destroy that Sephiroth before anyone gets to him. It's all over now with this. And then Naruto runs away. Oh man, Materia Hunter Yuffie sounds like the last chapter of Materia Forever. You'll be fine. All life on this planet, indeed the very life of this planet, is in our hands. I'm so happy to have met you all, really. This will be the end of it. No statements from Tifa or Barrett? That's kind of sad. Another fork in the road. Cloud, which way are you going to choose? Up? Alright, I'm going up. I'll go up. And then I'll be heading down. There's nothing to worry about. We're all in this together. Okay, let's go. Pick your party again. Look at this. I've always really liked this map. I remember this quite specifically. Okay. Araman? Alamein. Okay. Alright. Well, I wanted to spend more time looking at you, but okay. Oh, an eye drop. Thanks. Something about this one, like... I liked it. Aside from being one of the areas of the game that is quite dangerous. These guys! Look at him! Give me elixir. Alright, well... Give him an elixir, Cloud. Did that... Are you happy? It's also notable that, like... Yeah, the white tendril-y things look like nerves. I think it's also notable that the game is definitely trying... At least the atmosphere, the mod, is like, there are frog sounds here. Okay, fucking get him then. Oh. Whoops. Yeah. They give a lot of XP and they give a lot of AP. So if you're grinding, this place is useful. And the music is deliberately peaceful. Even though it's one of the more dangerous places in the entire game, it's peaceful here. The weird little animation. Christopher and something. You're gonna get punched to death. I quite like how the last dungeon, the last segment of the game, Remedy, wow, great. They have a whole bunch of new monster types, not even just palettes of other ones, right? So what happens if we don't give you an elixir? Oh, you just... You steal something? Right, well, get the hell out of here. Look at that smooth, quick loading there. You see that? We ran, it was like, okay, very quick black screen, now you're good to go. Christopher and... Giggy! Giggy! Why Christopher? Gotta be a story for that, right? Dunno. It's a weird antelope thing. A vaccine, cool. We can't seem to get that chest. But there's materia behind us. No, fuck. Man, I should do more running because that is so fast. That's great. Well, what's these guys again? Well, we can't run when we're surrounded. What you got for us? Anything interesting, or are you just gonna get beaten to death by Tifa? Yep. Ooh. Counter? High-powered auto attacks? Like, God, why would you do anything else? Because it takes quite a lot of hours of grinding. Shield materia. Shield? You're introducing an entirely new materia type now? For God's sake. Yeah, immune to death. That's just very useful. Are you currently wearing the safety bit? You don't need both, buddy. Yeah, have a ribbon. You get the safety bit. Yeah, there you go. What do you got? Tough ring. I don't even know if you need that. Man. Like, oh yeah, materia. Mime. We're not using mime. You can. We're killing everything beforehand. What does it do? It just gives you shield. Shield's gotta be good because it doesn't even start unlocked. I didn't know that would happen. Imperial Guard. What was that? Okay. No special info about it. Wizard bracelet. Mistile. Very high defense. That's it. Same amount of slots as a mistile. I don't know what else it does. Didn't have any special text. I don't know. We'll have to investigate it later. Or I'll search it. No, Cloud! One of the reasons I think I'm really tired is that yesterday, over my lunch break, I went to go get 2 vaccinations. I went to get a whooping cough vaccination because my pertussis antibodies were low, and it's a pretty important thing to have, especially when at least several of my friends are bound to have a baby soon. Or already have a baby. Alright, Tifa, limit break time. I'm not trying to get yeahs with all of them, I'm trying to get hits. Oh. Well, we've still got it. We'll do it next time. Wow, they gave a lot of AP. I put a note on the YouTube replay that we're getting too much AP and I don't know why. But it feels like cheating. It feels unfair. Good thing it's not a competitive game, otherwise that'd be real sad. I don't want to cheat when anyone's actually put out. We're going through for the story here. Fuck off, magic pots. Anyway. Yeah, I wanted to get pertussis, so I won't give Hubenkoff to any babies, because I nearly had it when I was a child, and it nearly killed me. This is only one of the many things that have nearly killed me in my life. Started young, baby. Anyway. And my 5th COVID vaccination, the new shiny one that covers Delta and other variants. And since I haven't had COVID yet at all, I think it's pretty cool. Yeah. Shit. That's all I wanted to do. I wanted to not get a miss, so you could see all of them. You can see her final limit all in a row. Oh well. Guess you just get to watch this. Fuck yeah, Meteor Strike. Now, Final Heaven. Really powerful punch. Yeah, it was not good. Not good at all. I don't remember any of it, but because I was baby at the time, but still. And that means my body is learning some antibodies from 2 vaccinations at once. Received counter material. Just a regular counter? Okay. Hey, Golem King, it's you! It's an armored golem. Phew, jeez, that guy sure does have some armor. Stream magic defense. Oh, wow. Good sausage. Good cow. She has returned. Bitchingham has saved the sausage from her plight of not going for a walk. Yeah. King Tail. Is that supposed to be King Tail? Get him, teacher. She's not dealing as much damage as normal. Weird. Congrats, Pat Yo. Thanks for the follow, man. I'm gonna finish Final Fantasy VII tonight. Ooh. Received Luxos. Where's Catchy? He's not here. None of the others are here. Do you think they made it? Something else go on? Can't let you guys go by yourselves. You'll make me worry. You're so cruel, Cloud. This is the center of the planet? This is it? No, no, no. Hey, Cloud, I found us on the way. See, speeds us. Well, thanks, buddy. Just get this over with. Alright, this is the last dance. Cloud, I found this. Mind source. Finally made it here. Hey, Cloud, I found this. Received X potion. Oh, that's cool. Well, shall we get going? What? What? By the way, Yuffie, didn't you find something on the way? All right. Here, Cloud. Received Mega Elixir. Well, I'm the one who found it, so you better give it back to me when you're done with it. It's a potion. Hold on to this. Received Mega Elixir. Being with you isn't all so bad. So hilariously, no, not yet. That we got a bunch of regular items means I fucked up in, not fucked up, but didn't put people in the most important way, like the most effective way to get the best stuff out of them. Like, there's another mistile in there, apparently. Anyway. Now, we want to use the crystal. Oh, you can't on this screen specifically. I can over here. Oh, right, well, let's just follow up with that. Save crystal. Would like to create a save point? Sure. Right. You can't use the PHS? I thought you definitely could because I need to equip the other party members because Sephiroth. Yeah, thanks, Bayo. We'll be playing the remake pretty soon too, so that's gonna be great. This is heavily modded, so it may be your favorite game, but I hope you don't mind a heavily modded version. Let's get going. All right, everyone, let's mosey. Damn, again. Stop saying it like a whip. Can't you say move out or something? Move out. What? Look at the number. Fuck! They're coming out in full force! Cloud, you go first. Okay, I'm going alone. Shut up! It won't do us no good with everyone back here. That's right. You take two of us with you and go first. The rest will catch up with you later. Just like a practice run before the final battle? Yeah, a major practice run. I'm fine with that. It's been more fun than meeting Sephiroth down there. This might be fun to pass time. They're coming. They're already on the floor next to us. Cloud, hurry up and make it mind. Okay, cool. I'm gonna take the ones I've specifically built for this, but I need to equip these jerks. They don't have any materia on them. I can put materia on them. All of you. Later. Yep, later. I can't put weapons and armor, but I can put materia on them. Right? We learned that. Yovi's got Conformers, her final weapon. Let's give her some fucking spells, baby. Thanks, Payer. It won't be my first time through, so we should be alright. We're not certain, but we should be. We're gonna be just adjusting materia for a little bit. We need alls on full, not Ultima. I'm serious, man. This is a very difficult fight. You can't fuck around. That Ultima is rank 1. It's not going to do anything. You need 2 ranks for it, man. Yeah, Comet. That'll give her at least something to do. Yeah, MP Turbo for it. Link something else. Might as well do this now, right? We don't have enough, like, pluses for everything, but you've got lots of magic on you. We'll give you a magic plus as well. I think it makes sense to give the Fortune Teller luck plus, don't you? Oh! Counter with command. Attacks with paired command when damage is incurred. Well, we know what that is then. There. 2 times cut with the counter. That sounds really pretty good to me. You feet, time for you to get steel on you, man. Regular counter attack just because it's good. He's got a lot of HP, so let's do that. MP absorb. Let's give you some elemental attacks. Just why else would we level it, right? Added cut with. That's better on a different person, but there. All the things I should have done before we got started. Oh well, could be worse. Alexander was good. Phoenix also good, so you're gonna have a res whenever something goes wrong. MP Turbo on. Do we have? Pretty good, I'd say. Got a regular day at the office, which is not bad for me, that's for sure. I don't have to work too hard. We've got a... Thanks for rebooting. I hope you can catch up in the VOD as well, because this is going to be the last one, right? Sephiroth totally doesn't come back in a worse and more evil form later on in the series. Cover and counter, just great combo. You need some HP and MP plus as well, Red. And, like, I'm a standard office worker with a background in IT, but my main focus is communications. So I've been writing a lot of knowledge articles and using my expertise in, like, showing people how to make some of their tasks a little easier over time. By documenting that process well. And I gotta tell you, that's quite a lot of fun, to be honest. To show them, hey, here's how to make things easier on all of you. I'm happy to help, here's how. It's interesting that sometimes it takes that long for you need to directly show people how to do things. Like, okay, if you write down the process exactly and write down all of the requirements to get it done and working normally, they actually have an easier time and do things faster. I don't subscribe to the idea that some other workplaces did, in that if you hide organizational wisdom, you can, like, make it harder to get other people, make it harder for people to replace you. That kind of organizational fear just doesn't lead to a good working environment. What a surprise, and instead leads to frustration. Lots of it, too. There needs to be clarity in the tasks so that people don't stress about what they can and should and need to be doing. And sadly, that's not always the case. Sometimes people are really hard up and very very determined to make themselves indispensable by hiding organizational knowledge. Obviously I'm not a fan. Given I've got a background in knowledge management. See you all. Alright. I'm nearly done. Might as well, right? He has no length on his armor. Let's put an elemental on his weapon. Which we have lots, because I was using it a lot earlier in the game. Last few. A head ghost clown. A cursed clown, that's terrifying. Why would you do this to me? I'm messing with you, don't worry. I don't have coulrophobia, which is a plus. And Barry just... cool. Range. Use ourselves. No. Got 50-something of those. Well, this isn't even a normal game. It's modded the fuck out of her at the very end. And random encounter from here. Ta-da! I win. Fighting an iron giant. Eva covers. Eva counter. Woof! That's got some pretty high defense, right? Even she's not hitting the damage cap on a single hit like before. There we go. Okay. Should go back up and save. So I don't have to do all that configuration again if something goes horribly wrong. Get him. I think that gives it haste, which is not going to help. Yeah, Cloud will full-time shot. Like a lot of RPGs, and very specifically JRPGs, where the leveling curve gets complicated, but you can just push up, and that will solve the problem. If you're a noob at it, you can bypass that by grinding. Fighting a lot of iron giants and nothing else. And that's how I get to a state where we're being effective in combat. I'm grinding. I've grinded to max level. I've ground using AP up and XP up so that all the material we need to make effective builds will cover my weak spots. The weak spots being thinking tactically. I'm terrible. Just fucking terrible at that. It's why I don't play a lot of board games. Even though I'm that kind of nerd, you know. Ollie. Bi. Nerdy. Like excuses to see my friends. Oh, look at that! What are you? It's an dragon zombie! We got him! Look at him! Such a design! Like, I'm not good at board games, but I'm coming around to the point where I think I'll still watch them, still play, turn up and do my best. And lose. Still trying. I think you heal when we get Thundaga, so... Oh, okay. Can't target it? What's it doing? Pandora's Box. Now, there's a cool thing about Pandora's Box. This ability happens once. There is a flag on your save file that says, has Pandora's Box been opened? Or it's a binary, it's a single bit. It goes 1, 0. 0 or 1, right? And if you've ever seen it on your save file, you'll never get it again. Ever. If we fight another dragon zombie, not happening. But we have enemy skill, and we got it. So now we can cast it, and like that's essentially the only interesting or unique thing. Excuse the cat meowing in the background. That's only an interesting, unique thing about it. It's not that dangerous a spell. Like, it dealt significant damage to everyone on the field, but not an incredible amount. It didn't do any status effects. Like, what is it supposed to do, right? I still feel bad I didn't get Omni Slash. I should have got Omni Slash. Now, obviously, we've all got limit breaks. Now we got to try and find a way to kill it without using. Get him. All right. So, what happens when we reach that center bit there? The music's built up to a crescendo with. Okay. You ready? I'm ready. I hope you're ready too. Where are we? What's that? Genova. It's coming. Problem is, we're gonna beat the crap out of Genova's synthesis really easily. Because we're very high level. But I've been saying the whole game that we haven't been fighting Sephiroth, we've been fighting versions of Genova. This is the last version of Genova. Watch Tifa beat the crap out of it. I love watching Meteor Drive, it's so silly. I don't know why we don't have Catastrophe. It's very strange. You like this music as well? This reorchestrated version? I think it's fantastic. 5, 4, 3. What is she summoning? What is she summoning? Quick, stop her. Use Knights of the Round. I did that very carefully. Because the developers made it... So there's always been and always will be a long-term argument / discussion about difficulty levels in games. I believe difficulty is an accessibility option and you should make many of them available if possible. Or make other ways around it. A single difficulty setting with reactive difficulty isn't a bad idea. Though configurable, that sounds good too. How well you do in Genova Synthesis and some other special considerations affect how tough the next boss fight is. Yeah. So, Geneva synthesis, right? Oh, you can re-equip party members in a moment. So, Bizarro Sephiroth HP. Oh, hell yeah, Patio. If you want, get into modding it. It's fun to see what you can change. Like, the mod that I haven't messed with yet is like the Barrett infection. It turns every NPC into Barrett. For the fun of it. Now, yeah, we're fighting the 3-party version of Sephiroth. Have Vincent and Yuffie. Genova synthesis achieve 12 turns or less before counting down Ultima. The lowest level character is level 45 or higher. The average party level is 68. There are 3 versions of the Sephiroth fight. This Sephiroth fight. Light. A light. Is this... It's like... Holy? Not sure why it's botchy like that. There we go. Oh. Sid? God damn it. So we're all here. Sephiroth. Is this Sephiroth's power? My body, I can't control my body. My front legs, my hind legs, my tail's about to rip off. It's definitely not good. He's way out of our league. I don't know if I can go on. Cloud. There. It's there. Cloud? Holy is there. Holy Materia is shining. Holy Aerith's prayer is shining. Holy Aerith. Not over yet. This isn't the end yet. Split your allies into 3 groups. Okay, well, I think this party is pretty good. Please make a party of 3. Then you hit 3. Then you hit start. It goes, okay, cool. You need to unequip or re-equip them? No? Okay, if you're good to go, you close the menu. Yeah. Next group. Well, I think Vincent and Yuffie and Red 13. You know, I think that's cool. Sid, Katshi, they definitely have healing and resurrection between the 2 of them. We should be alright. Start. Good to go. Need to equip them? Yes, we do. Long barrel? No. Death penalty, baby. Eden coat? Pretty good. It's good. Well, Hugh. That'll do. Barrel shuriken? Shouldn't you be using the conformer, baby? Yeah, much better. Yeah, there you go. That's good. Dragon amulet will do. Let's give you a championship belt. Spring gun clip. Why don't we have your final weapon? Where did we even get it from? Red, I failed you. I'm sorry, man. I'll give you a mistile. There you go. Yeah, all set. Okay, close the menu. See, this is another thing that they're reinforcing the theme of the game with the mechanics. Can you see that there are 9 slots for all of your party members? And you get a point of time where you have all of them. As you pick up Sid before, you lose Aerith. But once Aerith is gone, there is always a gap in your character selection. Forever. And here at the very end, it's showing you, you're missing someone. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's smart. It's clever. I'm glad they did it. They thought about it. They made you actually think, true. Someone is missing. And I am sad about that. You should be. Damn it. You should be. The game wants you to feel sad. It wants you to think, oh man, it sucks that we are missing this person. And I fucked it. Fire all. Elemental. Lightning. So you can get lightning immune. Gravity. You need your restore all. HP absorb when you cast Earth. That'll do. Cool. Yeah, you're good. There's only one thing I wanted to do. It's... Oh shit, okay. Well, I guess we can't do that. I wanted to put more speed up on Cloud for a reason. Just a moment. This lets you pick again. And Sephiroth is just waiting patiently, it's fine. Other things we don't need. W item, we're not really using it. And I don't expect to. We'll use a Mega Elixir if anything goes wrong, but we need extra speed on Cloud for a reason. Struct with added effect. Oh, that's great. Enemy skill still good. Added cut when you use enemy skill. I mean... Ah, let's do it. Just like when he puts White Wind up, it'll work. Status, Cloud, speed. Speed isn't listed. Okay, but hopefully it's real high because we need it. Magic's max. Okay, let's go. Next, Red, Yuffie, Vincent. Being slightly wounded isn't going to make that much of a difference. Catchy. Should be at least 1 HP up on you, right? Yeah, you're missing HP up. There you go. That'll do. I said it down a little bit. I didn't mean all of it, you know? Okay, let's go. Cool. Let's not waste any more time. Let's do the final battle. Let's go, everyone. Let's mosey. No way we're gonna lose. I'm gonna see it through to the end. For our future and that of the planet. I understand now, Grandpa. This is my mission. I won't let the life stream or the planet wither away. You noticed a little late the trouble we were getting in, but there's still time. We can still get out of it. Even if we can't get everything back to normal, we should be able to protect what's most important. Aerith's memories. Our memories. Came to tell you our memories. Come, planet, show us your answer. And Sephiroth, to the settling of everything. Here we go. You ready? Not the last fight in the game. Bizarro Sephiroth. Think about the sequence of the 5 targets and beat them. A part dies, change to a different party. Knights of the Random. Yeah, alright, fuck him up, come on. We didn't deal any damage to the... We're just not doing any damage to that middle part, but we've taken down one arm. Raviga. Oh, look at that. They've reused quite a bit of the design philosophy. Right, Magic. Dead. Worried about the other members? Yeah, a little. You do that, it changes. Red 13, Yuffie and Vincent. The part dies, change to a different party. Head portion be revived. Oh shit. Well, let's Quagga. Can you, like... Who's got heal? Flare on one part, that'll be good. There you go. Get a region up, right? Just missing on all of them. I guess they're flying or floating, so the earth magic doesn't help at all. Head portion dead. Alright, that's good. A little bit more, a little bit more. And we're almost nearly at break too. There's a lot of this slowdown. I'm worried about the other members? Yeah, a little. I just want to show you what it looks like when we move between all of them, you know? Part dies, change to a different party. Well, like, it's not really much of a choice. What happens if we summon Addon since we can't auto-kill? Like, what happens, huh? Holy magic damage. That'll help. Well, Addon can't do Zentitsuken, so he does Gugnir instead. And I don't think I've shown you this animation before because I haven't summoned him on a boss. So you might as well enjoy this. Spear go up. Spear come down. Head portion dead again. Yeah, a little. Alright. So, back to the main party. Let's finish this. Four times ultimate? That's gonna deal with it. And a nice little round. That'll deal with it. Satellite beam. Should probably heal Barret though, right? We'll see. Man, that satellite's gotta be firing from real high up. Ooh. Miss! Because he's already on the minimum health you'd get from Graviga. So he needs a heal, but he'll be alright. You guys gonna summon your... might offer? No. I'm not worried about them. Let's deal with this. Forecastings of Ultima? That should definitely deal with it, right? And if it doesn't, this will. Still dealing 0 damage to that core thing. No magic, no physical damage. Who knows what's going on there, right? But this should definitely deal with this Bizarro Sephiroth jerk, right? This kind of fish enemy. Next fight starts immediately after this one. That was a hell of a hit. What do you think? Yeah, look at him. That was good. We did it. We fought the Kucha-like end Final Fantasy boss, the one that's got a bizarre design, seems to be unattached to anything else going on. Like that should be the game, right? Not yet. The party that defeats Bizarro Sephiroth fights safer Sephiroth, which should be Sephir, I imagine. Or Seda Sephiroth. See? And now you finally get to hear one winged angel. This guy also is much tougher. Oh, he also casts Shadow Flare. Well, cool. We can't save at this point, so we're not going to get it. All work conditions. Ignores defense. Okay, well that's cool. Okay, now that we've got the cool music started, I feel like it's time. So good. Pale horse. I didn't do that much damage. I'm actually kind of hoping we don't kill him. Because I really want his most powerful attack to go off at least once. But we have him on max difficulty. So, plus 80,000 max HP if you cast Knights of the Round on Genoda. I did. Plus 30,000 max HP, plus 2 attack, 20 defense, 5 magic attack, 16 magic defense per character at level 99. They're all level 99. He's got so much health. That's it. Now, this one cast won't be enough to do him in, right? Let's play with him a little bit longer. I say overconfident. Still on mostly max HP. Using our most powerful monsters. Includes Bahamut, who's flying in. Alright, we can do it. The Bahamut Zero makes Bahamut Sin look a lot more reasonable in the Addon Children Complete, because that guy can have any sort of design he wants. He's all over the place. Now, break is delayed, obviously, because we're fighting the end of the game. That was a big hit. Okay, do the thing. Yes! Yes! Alright. This is not a summon. Takes some time. This is almost a meme in the community, right? Look at this. Sephiroth cast Supernova. What is it? Why, it's the longest animation in the game, Knights of the Round included. Oh, it's not displaying properly. My word, my apologies, you're actually missing it. It's really disappointing. Here. I've just pulled up a YouTube of the original because, like, it's not working on my screen and that's not fair. You should see the whole thing. Weird text. More weird text. And then a comet comes into frame. Flies towards a galaxy. Doesn't plan to be the Milky Way. And then you fight the comet, the exploding star, whatever, goes through all of the planets in the solar system and obliterates all of them in turn. I've just paused our game so we don't. No, we're fine. Want to hear the music? Just goes through Jupiter because remember Jupiter's a gas giant, so. How are you to see the whole thing? It's ridiculous. Okay, now it's our turn, so let's keep going. Show it to you. Bursts the sun, which engulfs Mercury. This is the most extra summon / ability in the whole series. And I imagine forever. It's incredible. And it doesn't make any sense because, like, Final Fantasy VII isn't set on Earth. And then the sun bursts through and just engulfs him, and he takes 0 damage. Goes towards your party. And you're swallowed up by the sun. Right? And it deals a lot of damage, but it deals percentage damage. Like, we're really injured. You can't die from that ability. It's impossible for you to die from that ability. So, glad it... Go off, King, is my full statement. Fuck. Fuck. Oh. I should definitely heal. I think what I like the most is that in the, like, the mods raising it to a silky smooth 60 FPS in combat. God, that animation we watched, amazing as it is, when it went to regular combat, I'm like, ooh, it looks janky. The FPS, it's like much more than... Don't mess with Tifa, man. Hey, Alexa. That's my solution, you know. Fully recovered. Another night at a round, baby. That'll do it. Get him. I know we don't technically need the regen because I dropped a Mega Elixir, but, you know. He can't make it through after this, right? Not another one. No, we'll take him down. Sephiroth is a dangerous fella, but... Sephiroth? Safe as Sephiroth. I know it makes sense that the enemy model, the design that you see throughout the longest part of the game is the one that attracts most of the fan attention and the common conception of what the enemy you're fighting, right? And that remains true. Like, the final boss, or Seda, or Safer Sephiroth, he doesn't have a lot of, like, designs out in the world. There's not an incredible amount of fan art compared to the regular model of when you're chasing him. Which, as I maintain, is Genova impersonating him. That's curious. The same goes for Kefka, of course, and Kuja from Final Fantasy IX. The thing is, I've been saying this is the final boss. It's the final boss that you can fight, the final boss you can lose against, but there is one fight afterwards. Just one. Really short. Even know what that did. Oh, right, it just dispelled us. Dean. I don't remember that. It's the first time I've seen it. We got a counter out of Tifa though, so. I kind of wish I took, like, Scan. If I took Scan, we could see how much health he has left. Are we getting close? Feels tense. Oh, I mean, fighting Kefka at the end of Final Fantasy VI was, like, stressful and difficult on the emotions too, so... It's hitting the right tone. I weirdly enough, I'm looking at it and going, this is still hard. I've done so much grinding. I've equipped our people with the best we could get. This is supposed to be laughably easy. What's going on? Good. You see how afraid our characters were? How well they were written to be afraid of the enemy ahead of them? Why shouldn't we feel that as well? I want us to. I want us to be concerned that everything could go wrong. All of your preparation isn't enough. It's not going to cut it. This is our last night of the round. Is it going to be enough? What do you think? Does the game require everyone to do this much grinding? This much grinding to match my ridiculous nature? Because that's hard, man. That would be so hard. Especially if the mod loader is giving us way too much AP. He blew up the solar system, Corey! That's terrifying. Hilariously, he can do it again, so it's got to be an abstraction. Bling! It gets better. It got better. Don't worry about it, man. Armored Zero deals a lot of damage. Alright. This should be enough, shouldn't it? Tifa's got to find another way to deal damage to Sephiroth because, as I said, this is the last night of the round. It shouldn't be this high level already. We only got Boots, the best golden chocobo, a little while ago. Keep your fingers crossed and hope that we're going to make it through. Otherwise, we'll never get a break because, as I said, I'm not taking a break until we finish the game. And, like... It's 27 minutes until break. Well, no. It is 13 minutes past break time. We in here. Alright, King Arthur. Head of Knights of the Round. Get him. Thief has put out so much damage. Still got nothing to steal, what? He's still going. Alright, so our people without long range can't hit him. That's kind of annoying. A little bit more, a little bit more. Well, let's use Shadow Flare. Even our Ultima Quadra Magic isn't doing that much to him. The strategy is just like, just pummeling. Just keep pummeling him. The only way. Pale horse. How good is Shadow Flare, huh? What do you think? Not bad. What about Pandora's Box? Noah's Defense. One more summon. Keep going. Really stretching ourselves to the end here. And here's where you start to recognize that advice I gave very early, well, reading from a Let's Play, where someone was like, well, summons are kind of just like magic that take longer. Kinda? Once you've seen the animation a bunch of times, you're less concerned about it. Okay, cool, he's shooting into the planet again. The laser beam so powerful it splits the clouds like an aperture. And then it does an impact crater with some cool particle effects. Like, yeah, that's a thing. Good job. I'll summon you again in about 3 seconds. He's out. Oh god, he does it again. We got another supernova. Alright, a little bit more. It is a real shame that we can't see this animation. Because it is bugged, I guess. That's the problem with modding it, right? Sometimes it makes the whole game look infinitely better for a long time, and then sometimes you get blackness for a long time. Oh well. Oh, here's something interesting. Did a quick Google. Supernova deals massive damage to the party and may cause confusion, silence, and slow. In the original Japanese version, the move's animation was much shorter, lol. And it didn't deal fractional damage, instead dealing damage around 2,000. Ridiculous. It was greatly extended, the attack properties were changes, reduces the party's HP by 15/16ths of everyone's current HP. It can be used more than once. The extended supernova animation is the longest in the game, showing the destruction of most of the planets in the solar system, including the dwarf planets Pluto. Saturn, despite losing the rings, is spared from destruction, as well as Uranus, Neptune, and Mars. Oh, there it is. In Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII. Yeah. It is said that supernova is Sephiroth's limit break. We really need to heal before Tifa kills our people. Because they're on low health. And she's confused. Enemy skill, white wind, white wind, white wind. Pandora's Box got him! Holy shit. That was so tense. Fucking hell. Oh my god! Ooh! Oh boy. Like you said, it's fine. Trust in the Corey. Corey knows when a guy is going to be a problem. And this guy is not a problem. Not anymore. Okay. Whoa! A confusion on that thing that does 15/16 of your health. Yeah, that is actually a problem. Restores HP and status to every ally. That's it. They all made it. This is all we could do. Wait, what about Holy? What's gonna happen to the planet? That, I don't know. Isn't the rest up to the planet? You're right. We've done all that we could do. Alright, everyone. We did our best. That's it. Let's go home proud. Because the meteor is still flying towards the planet. What happened? I feel it. What? He is still here. Still Cloud? He's laughing. Cloud! But we're not done yet. Cloud's not done. There's still part of Sephiroth that needs to be dealt with. It's not the physical version we fought a little while ago. There's another part that needs to be excised out. Cloud's mental energy has been through so much. One more. Limit break building. Limit break available. Hurtless Sephiroth. The ultimate weapon. Everything. Just Cloud. Only Cloud. Omnislash. Do it. Cloud, show him. What have you learned? How have you changed over everything? Still. A little part of him was still inside you, Cloud. You're part of Genova. Memory, hero worship, society revering him, the perfect hero. Live stream? Northern crater is collapsing. I think I'm beginning to understand. What? An answer from the planet. Promised land. Maybe just do a one-armed pull-up with additional weight. I think I could meet her there. Yeah, let's go meet her. Keep her strong. She should be pulling you, buddy. Hey, where is everyone? Hey! I'm glad you're all safe. They seem to be safe too. But now what are we gonna do? Holy should be moving soon. And that means this place will. Oh, Lady Luck, don't fail me now. Northern crater explodes. Holy comes out. And it launches the high wind out. Rocket engines fall off. Shit! Ending cinematic, friendos. The flower girl? Now, I know it looks bad. Because it is. Holy shit, yeah. It's a perfectly fine and reasonable thing to happen. Don't even worry about it. Holy's here, baby. No more tornadoes, fire tornadoes, meteor tornadoes. That's it. Oh, fuck. Wait a damn minute. What's gonna happen to Midgar? We can't let that happen. I had everyone take refuge in the slums. But the way things are now, it's too late for Holly. Meteor is approaching the planet. More than approaching, Red. Forget Midgar. We've got to worry about the planet. But what can you do at this stage, right? What's that? What the hell is that? Live stream. It's coming. And that's how Final Fantasy VII ends. It's not a cliffhanger. It doesn't give you specific ending. It doesn't tie up all the loose ends. It doesn't tell you everything you need to know. It doesn't solve the whole thing for you. There is space for you to like ask the question, okay, so do they live? What happens? Until sequels come along, that's all you get, right? But I think personally it's not incredibly clear, but it makes sense that like Aerith, the flower girl, is in the live stream and is helping, and she's doing her best. Remember that grandfather? Guy in the balloon, can't remember his name right now. Woohoo guy. He says that the planet may decide, well, that's all, that's enough. I'm just gonna end all of the humans and we're done. Right? And then the planet's live stream comes out and tries to stop Meteor. So to me, that's pretty clear as like, you've done enough, or Aerith convinced the planet, or spoke to the planet, or was listening to the planet's song and is now like, we're gonna save everyone, okay? Anyway, I'm going to turn off my camera. I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to turn off the audio input and the camera, but I want the credits to keep running. I just also want to go get a drink and have a 15-minute break. Back soon. Let me turn those back on. Okay, now you can hear me and see me. The game just closed. I'm not sure why that happened. It played the... I heard it because I'm still wearing my headphones. I heard it play the final video, right? And that answers any lingering questions you may have. Like, does the world survive? Yes! Duh, you hear laughing children. A high wind save. God damn it. Right? You hear laughing children. You see Red 13 running with some little friendos. You know that everything turns out okay. Eventually. Right? You see that the city of Midgar is damaged beyond repair. Of course it is. You saw it get wrecked. Anyway. It's not it's kind of ambiguous, but I honestly feel like while there's ambiguity about what happens to Cloud, what happens to the heroes, sure, that's... like, that's in question, but... what happens to the setting? Nah, man. That's fine. Anyway, let's have a ramble while I go pick up things and then leave so I can do any further grinding if I want to. But I'm not going to start Final Fantasy VIII tonight. I don't think so. Actually, likely to finish up here, maybe even a little early. No, I don't have time for your shit. And then work on an assignment so I can get ahead of the curve. That's going to be my next priority. See, speed source, cool. No. Cloud, pick up the fucking materia. Okay. Alright, fine. None for Jim. Yeah, alright. Guess I don't get that cool materia. Yesterday I did do a very little bit of searching and I found a save game editor. So I will open it up and do some messing about so that we can show off some limp breaks. It'll be a little tedious, but not too bad. I want to have some final thoughts on Final Fantasy VII, right? It's a bit distracted because I desperately needed a break. Stand up and stretch for a bit. But, like, the game is, first of all, the game is good. 1997 to now, still good. That's quite a bit of time, quite a bit of development, and sure, mods have made things a little bit easier, a little bit different over time, but it's still a fabulous game, right? By the end of Final Fantasy II, every random encounter I was like, please stop, I can't take any more. But here I'm still excited to find out what happens next. The random encounters were getting a little old, but I didn't go get enemy encounter down at the Golden Saucer, which I totally could. It's in the battle sphere. It's the same location where I can get magic counter with magic. Nice. Like, I like that it introduces a whole bunch of new enemies in the final dungeon, so it looks scary. Like, you're really traveling into the center of the planet here. It's kind of spooky. It's supposed to be. We did a great job on it. And mechanically, the materia system does add a bit of depth. I did some reading. If you have multiple sources of, like, all, and multiple sources of the same spell, you can cast it more than 5 times. Cool stuff, you know? Like, they also, like, HP plus stacks as well, so if you weren't at cap, you could just put another one on. I think that's cool. What else? There's some additional depth I didn't really get into personally. Potentially I let us all down by not having system mastery with the materia system. But hey. I think it means if you like have the command, you have command steal as well. You command like not steal as well again, but like MP restore or MP drain, something like that. On 2 versions of /all, then you steal from everyone and restore mod, right? So if you master materia and put 2 versions of it all at once, like you kick some ass that way. That's I think that's pretty neat, isn't it? Wait, why are we bothering? Cool. Battle off. Yeah, and then we go back the way we came. We're gonna go down the other way. We're not getting rid of encounters, might as well explore. Like, that's a pretty cool system. They explore out, and you gotta see the really cool backgrounds, right? They're gorgeous. You gotta see the different areas of everything here, and you gotta see the different permutations of each system that they develop for each Final Fantasy game, because they are all subtly different. It's just a choice, isn't it? Go down. It is a choice that some of them reuse, like Final Fantasy III's job system, Final Fantasy V's job system. It's a choice that they reuse it. It's interesting. This box is open because one of our allies picked it up. They didn't get everything, clearly. Tetra Elemental, thank you. Jeez. If you send them in a direction, meet them, don't talk to them to get their items, and then come back, the chests aren't opened. So you can pick up all the stuff and then go talk to them and then get an extra one of each. It's pretty cool. There's very slight permutations and differences in the game are pretty fascinating. Oh, cool. Here you are. Now we're back on this side. There's very slight changes and different permutations on how you can go through the ending. Kind of fascinating, I think. Oh. I was pressing in the button too far and found all random battles again. My bad. I think it's the same problem we have with, like, the arm wrestling game. It's going at 60 FPS and I'm not, so I can't. Yay! We got it! Mega All. What does Mega All do? Well, it puts all on everything. All spells. All effects on every action. Including attack all. It's better than, like, /all. Double cut? Cool. /all. Well, that's not a flash yet. That's still going. Okay. I think flash has a chance to kill. Well, we don't need that. Damn. Anyway. It's support materia, not enhanced materia, because it works on everything. And now Barrett's got the 2 ways to attack all enemies. Anyway. It's pretty cool. We'll keep going. But, as always, Jimbles is leaning on leaning on story being the best part of the game. And it just is. This was the introduction, because it was bundled with the PlayStation original. Like, this was a lot of people's first touch with a really big story-based game. These characters are supposed to be identifiable enough that you look at them and go, oh, right, I see their archetypes, I see their deal, I get the idea of what they're trying to do here. It's also worth noting that Cloud was introduced as, like, a very standard action hero protagonist. He's a mercenary who doesn't care about the other people. You'd expect that he slowly learns to trust the other people he's with, becomes less grouchy, but is still a badass. He learns that caring about people doesn't make him weaker or anything. And that's not the arc he goes through. That the writers did something different. They instead said, no, Cloud's a fucking dropout, man. He didn't make it. He failed to achieve his dream. His dream of being a soldier. His dream of returning to his hometown of Victor. He didn't make it, man. That's crushing. That's sad. That's beautiful. That's interesting. And that's different. He's not a standard action hero. He's got something else going on. What a surprise. What a benefit. What a beautiful thing to see. Different type of character. It's made more clear in the Japanese translation, but as far as I know, there are subtle differences in the way Aerith and Tifa are portrayed as well. Tifa's the childhood friend who asks the protagonist to protect them if something ever goes wrong. Like, in the moment when I need you, will you come help me? But she's not helpless and weak. Her main character tropes are that she's a tough martial artist, is part of a terrorist group, and a bartender. Bar owner. It's her bar. They're very simple and slight tweaks to a standard character set. They're not revolutionary. They're just different enough to be interesting. They didn't have to use standard archetypes, so they didn't. They had enough time to write a much longer script than you'd have, and everything except Final Fantasy VI is much longer. It's very impressive. And 6 is still shorter, obviously, it's on a cartridge. This is 3 CDs! No, back up, Cloud. Big up, stupid. We'll try and figure that out. And so I'm impressed that they did that. Well, we spoke about Tifa, but Aerith? How's Aerith different? Aerith is different. Like, she's a flower girl, right? Innocent, sweet, the last surviving member of the race, a white mage. Like, she's supposed to be a healer. She does that well. She certainly does heal a lot. How the fuck do you get out of this screen? I'm baffled. Nope, it's not up. Okay, yeah. Excuse the music chopping and changing a bunch, but that's what's going to happen until we work. Hey, there we go. But a lot of her dialogue, especially intonation and when she's using pronouns and the mode of address, so like articles and other particles and parts of speech, she actually comes off as like a very streetwise, like clever city girl who knows what's going on and keeps herself and other people safe. Like, it's supposed to be both the innocent white mage healer girl that needs to be protected, and she does need to be protected because, like, he dies, man. He's so important, it has an emotional impact to a lot of people. But she's also a streetwise, and like, it's not made explicitly clear, and I don't really think this interpretation is super valid, but they kind of hint that she may be at least partially a sex worker. And I think that's really cool to empower a character like that, to give her additional agency, make her streetwise and powerful and know what's going on and not afraid of that. That's cool as hell. Can't land though, you do have to learn here in Coral. And oh, we now get the chocobo music because we're on disc 3. We are on disc 3. Like, the majority, disc 3 starts at the northern cave and then lets you go from there. And I'm just pleased that they didn't fall so far into the only possible single interpretation. You know? They didn't have to make things a little different, but they did. Especially given so many other people, like, this was their first introduction to the game, right? They didn't know it. Their introduction to this sort of game as well. But the developers said we're going to make something good, and they did. Highly enjoyable game. Yeah, the kid that gives us catastrophe isn't here, so like... Okay. Alright, let's do some save game manipulation with a tool called Black Chocobo. So, it's save game 10. It's one of those two, just in case one of them breaks. I'm going to turn on display capture instead of the game. Now you can see when I alt tab. Flex Q. Execute. No, it's Steam downloads. Oh no, my whole Steam library is so embarrassing. Good lord. Hey look, we finished the game. Great. Browse local files. I always put things in them so that when I'm finished playing it and I delete it, I can just folder. Black Chocobo. It opens. This looks to be default given his name is X-Solver and no one else is in the party. We need to load the save. Save file. Probably that one. Old source area, slot 5. Cloud, current HP, max level, he's got Fury, not Sadness. I don't intend to play the game, so we're going to cheat. Right? So we're just going to give him Omni Slash. Max his limit bar 4, so we don't have to change. Give him Catastrophe. Oh wait, we've already seen that one. Ooh, yeah, you can put Sephiroth and Young Cloud in the party. You can also put Aerith back in so that we can... Oh, alright. This may break the game. Because she's on level 50... Only 54, that's fine. Let's put Great Gospel so you can see it. Right? Why not? You've seen Cosmo Memory. Haven't seen All Creation, but let's... That. License slots. You've seen Chaos. You haven't seen High Wind. We gave it to him, we didn't use it. Search for a materia to put on her, so... That's it around. Like... I've used this before. Not recently. This hasn't changed. First time I tried to play it, I didn't get very far. Command skill, enemy skill. Must be. Anyway, save. Exit. Yeah, I could just mess with it all. Where it has this as a save on the field location. Okay, the world map location, here's where the Chocobo and things are. 3, no progression. Don't mess with that, it will fuck things up. This is the materia that if you stole, you like you put Cloud in and out of the party. Visible. Each party member included. Have seen these? No. Have seen Pandora's Box? That's weird. Oh yeah, because we didn't... No, we have seen it. Weird. Anyway, can I also change the battle points? Be fucking useful. Good god. Right. I think that's enough. Let's save the game. It as... Yeah, it is that one. It is that one. No, that would overwrite. The unfortunate thing is I can't load game from here. Soft reset. 2, 3, 4, 5. No? Okay, well, I tried. Do it the long way. Let's watch some limits. Then, hey look, Eric's in our party. Isn't she dead? Yeah, it's fine, don't worry about it. Let's have a random encounter. I'll just show off some limits before we finish. May finish a little early. But like, the game's good. It holds up, and that's something kind of incredible to say over all this time. You're back! Show us great gospel. Fully restores our allies, makes them invincible for 1 turn. Pretty cool. Use catastrophe, Barrett. Slices up all opponents. You've seen Omnislash, we used it on Sephiroth at the very end of the game. It was cool. It was very cool. Catastrophe hits a lot of times. There you go. Turn off limit breaks. It's leveling up. That's good. I didn't mess with it, so and Yuffie, and I think that's it. I'm glad we're doing this. The game holds up. I don't have any massive conclusions that I haven't said, like, or analysis that I haven't said earlier. Like, while it may not work perfectly, and Corey, friend of the stream, has brought up some of the issues with it. I do believe a big theme of the game is toxic masculinity and Cloud's. I don't know if that final battle happens in the universe. I think it honestly happens in Cloud's mind for a second. He goes somewhere else and fights Sephiroth in his mind. To excise maybe Genova cells, maybe the last memory of Sephiroth being someone that that inspires him, someone he looks up to. All last influence of Sephiroth needs to be cut out, right? All creation. And so, I like it. I think that's a good theory. I don't know if it fits perfectly, but it's worth it. Warmth. Max damage, but only 1 hit. Pretty good. And I think if there are any letdowns, it's just that the game starts to get a little long. Like, if we wanted to deal with the mega bosses, they are only defeatable in a few certain ways. And I don't want to. It sounds like so much effort. I'm not gonna do it. And so... really gratifying to use on a group of enemies. He just moves all over the place. Fucks them up. Good job, Cloud. But looking at this, even on its initial release, it's enough to explain why everyone lost their fucking mind over it. They said it's one of the best RPGs ever. Why they said you've got to play it. It's so good. I believe him. It is. It's a great game. The limits aren't ready, so we don't need to sim. And I'm really glad you're able to join me for it, to see through Final Fantasy VII. Now, good question. Doing next week, right? Well, next Wednesday I'm taking a break. Because I have another thing. I have a live stream. I was supposed to be. It was supposed to be happening tonight, but it was delayed a week, so I'm watching someone else's live stream next week. Right? That'll be good. That'll be good fun. I hope you have a way to entertain yourself while that's going on. But on Monday next week, I'm going to be playing another game that I haven't played before. Unmodded. First time ever. Never played it on the PSP. Never played it on the, on PC. But I have a copy of Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion, which is kind of a remake of Crisis Core. And we will learn more about Zack. Now, it is a prequel, but it's one of the prequels that's made so far after the original game that it kind of assumes you know all of the sly, subtle hints to the plot going on, and that's why I think it should be played after Final Fantasy VII. That's why we're doing it. And once we finish it... Okay, well, let's explain it. So Monday night, we're going to play Crisis Core. Monday night is going to be non-mainline Final Fantasy games. Things that I want to get through, want to play on stream, but we do need to continue the quest of moving forward in other Final Fantasy games. And Wednesday night is going to be Final Fantasy VIII. I have installed. But it's unmodded, so we can boot it up and see what it looks like. Not next Wednesday, but the week after. We will open it up and take a look and see what it's like. Poke around for a little bit, and then I will mod the fuck out of it. There's a big modding scene for them as well. We'll see how that turns out. Otherwise, congratulations. You finished Final Fantasy VII now, just by joining in on the stream, whether live or in the VODs, because shout out to our friends in the VODs. They're doing great. Taking a look at like 50 to 55 plus, like lots of people are watching the VODs on Twitch, thank you. And lots of people are watching even more VODs on the YouTube channel. Highly enjoyable. And you can go through and experience the game from someone who appreciates it, actually likes it, is enthusiastic about it, though occasionally loses a little bit of patience with the game and systems. And knows enough about the settings and the systems and the history of the game to maybe give you a little bit of extra knowledge about what's going on. Also, look at this. Final Fantasy VIII. Fantasy VIII Remastered. We'll probably play the remastered version. Do I have both of them? When did I get this? What is this? Community content. Always thought it looked like Robin Williams. Well, it does. Well, that looks better. Guy here's no longer a meme. Well, shit, I have both versions. Cool. Anyway, congratulations for finishing Final Fantasy VII, known as one of the better JRPGs around, ever. Congratulations, it's very good. I hope you agree with the assessments, and now you are free to wade into arguments about it. That's what the internet is for. Fan wank arguing with a lot of people. But while we're having fun arguing about it, I hope you also have fun by being kind to other people, looking after yourself, whispering nice words about yourself, your mind, your body, your spirit, your goals, and keeping yourself safe. It matters. Remember to tell the people you love that you love them very much, and I will see you Monday night for Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core, a new game on a new engine, where I will play an actionized RPG with my controller, and you get to watch me flail about and die a little bit more. Otherwise,